Welcome to the Joseph Apartments Talk Show. We are excited today to have a plethora of fantastic people to come and speak. I'm going to start with Amanda Wheeler. Amanda, you're an attorney, a local attorney. Tell my friends, family, and enemies what you do and what your specialty is.
Well, good morning, Jim, and thank you for having me. I have been an attorney for the last 45 years. I started at age 2, of course. And my first job out of law school, I was with the Commercial and Industrial Real Estate Division of Ford Motor Credit Company, and didn't know why I was there, frankly, but I found out that it was very valuable business to be in and good information to have. I have now been doing commercial real estate for all of that time. Once I left the corporate world after about 10 years, I went out into private practice and have been integrating that commercial real estate into my practice ever since. So it's been very helpful to me.
So my viewers may be contracts with their transactions, or if they're realtors, looking over their paperwork, or landlord-tenant contracts?
Absolutely. I don't do landlord-tenant. I'm exclusively commercial, and I represent commercial building owners. I've done purchases and sales of churches, lots of churches. I don't know how I got into that area. Maybe I was divinely led. I'm not sure what happened
as a
there.
godly woman.
It must have been that. They could see the halo over my head. But I've done a lot of commercial transactions. Of course, when I was with Ford, we did apartment complexes. We did vacation resorts, hotels, ships. Fairly major transactions. Now it's mostly I represent people who own buildings who are doing commercial leases. I've actually set up some commercial leases for some landlords. I help people who are looking for commercial space. I'll help them get into that space by reviewing the lease that they have.
Excellent. So if you're in trouble, think you might get into trouble, or don't want to be in trouble, call you. How do we get hold of you?
Call me before you sign the document. That's the key. You know, it's the pre-planning that helps. Also, I do a lot of work in the area of in addition to being a commercial lease attorney, I also do business transactions. So
Okay.
I've been doing business transactions forever. I want to make sure that all business owners have the proper entity formed. If you are an apartment owner, of course, you want to make sure you've got an LLC or a corporation or something to insulate you from that liability that can come.
How do we reach you?
I'm at 714-777-8972. My website is www.wheelerslaw.com.
Email, phone number, website.
Email agw@wheelerslaw.com.
Thank you for coming, Amanda.
Thank you.
Keep us out of trouble. Our next guest is Jack Walsh with Sunwest Mortgage. Now, residential lenders are a dime a dozen, but Jack has something very interesting. I have a client that has 3,000 or 4,000 apartments. I was talking the other day, he said he's putting 200 ADUs on his existing apartments at about $100,000 a unit. So in our world, $250,000 a unit for new apartment is a big deal per unit. But he can do it for $100,000. So Jack is here for a lot of reasons. But Jack, can you tell us what's going on in the world of ADU? How's the law changed? That whole mess.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks
That Amanda can get us out of.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like we've got the right team at the table. My introduction is going to be a little inadequate compared to yours. You've got such a great history. So, at Sunwest Mortgage, we help both investors as well as homeowners finance their properties. And as of late, what we're really helping our clients with is what to do with the equity in their house and how to transform their single-family unit property into more of a revenue-producing property or extra space for the family, or let's downsize, move into the extra space in the back and rent out the front house. Investors are looking at the ADU laws that were recently passed and saying how we can win with this. Single-family units, lots that are zoned back since the 40s, 30s, and 40s in Los Angeles. Up until recently, you could only have one unit on that house legally. ADUs allow you to have up to 3 revenue-producing properties on a single-family lot. So there's a lot of laws that have changed since 2020, and it's really helped the average homeowner navigate the landscape of how do I create an extra space for my family or extra passive income. And that's what we kind of help our clients navigate. The first thing we have to do is determine how much can we afford, what's it going to cost, what's the timeline, what type of funds are out there available to help support that project. And then we have contractor relationships all over Southern California that specialize in this particular type of build to really help them navigate that landscape. So that's what we do.
So Jack, if I understand this right, if I have a property, whether it's an apartment building or a single-family residence, and I want to put an additional dwelling unit, ADU, on it, I call you.
Call me, we'll talk about
Maybe without any cash out of my pocket, we can put an ADU on the property, financed by your firm, rent it out, get some additional income without having to dip into my cash.
Absolutely, makes it really simple.
How does someone get a hold of you?
My email address is jack.walsh@swmc.com, and you can call me directly at 281-799-0054.
Excellent. Thank you. What a great idea. I mean, 200 units, 200 brand units at
It's a great opportunity for your
$100,000 a door is
investor, absolutely.
fantastic. Next is our home warranty team, Jessica and Elle. Ellie?
Elle? Yes.
Elle. Tell us what's going on and how can my realtor friends and homeowners, a lot of homeowners don't know that they can get one long after buying it, 20
Sure.
years after buying it. It has nothing to do with the transaction. You guys
Sure.
can do it directly with the homeowners.
Yep, we offer in escrow pricing as well as out of escrow, people that have been in their home 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Our bread and butter is dealing with realtors, but realtors that have friends and family. As a courtesy, we offer in escrow pricing for you all. And just, I know Elle's gonna go over a few things, but wanted to reiterate that we offer Homes for Heroes discount. So any military, first responders, either active or veteran, they get a discount by ordering with us. But yeah, take it away, Elle.
Okay. We do have, so on all of our plans here in the back for our standard, our advantage, or our total protection plan, we do have 26 additional coverages available for you guys. One of the ones that I would really like to take advantage of is if you pay an additional $70, your trade call fee is now from $75 to $40. So it's a good discount. I mean, you don't know how many times you're going to be calling in for repair or a
Knock on wood.
technician. Yes, so I mean, that's a good one to take advantage of. Also, we do multi-units, and that's the reason why we are here
Right.
today. We do up to a fourplex. We can do more. It's a case-by-case scenario.
Sure.
Scenario.
Yep, anywhere between 4, we've gone up to 12 units, but again, it's case by case. We'd have to just run it by the underwriter, but more often than not, it is approved. We basically take our condo pricing and times that by the number of units. So it's very simple. More importantly, we're easily accessible. You can get a hold of us on our website, which is hghw.com, and then Elle can be reached.
Email ebautista@hghw.com or by phone or text at 714-366-1352.
As the father of 6, where are we? As the father of 6 and grandfather of 3, I'm very interested that we have some news here.
Yes, expecting first baby boy, come October. So exciting news.
My middle name is Orvin. It's available if you are
Thank
looking
you.
for
That's a strong
names.
name.
It's a strong name, very strong name. He may not be officially a hero as per the military calculation, but Dean is one of our heroes. Dean, what's going on in the world of credit correcting and the economy in general?
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Dean with Pacific West Credit. I own the company with my wife, Catherine. And what is going on with credit with post, hopefully, COVID? There is a lot of people that are trying to get new places, moving out of places, moving into new places. Landlords are scrutinizing credit. So here's a tip. If you have a credit card that's less than $1,000 limit, not balance, limit, you will never get above 620. If you have a car where you're paying 8% on, and you think it's a good a deal at the time, you'll pay, if you pay $20,000 for that car, you will almost pay $10,000 in interest. So my consultation is free. I have a banking background. We're licensed with the Department of Justice. The consultation is always free. I want to help because you cannot carry that anchor around with you for the rest of your life. My cell number is 714-323-5538, and you can always reach me at dean@pacificwestcredit.com, and please don't hesitate to call because this is an important time.
Thanks for coming, everybody. I came up with this idea about 15 years ago because I have some really interesting conversations all throughout the week with vendors and people associated with the apartment business. So that's what you're doing. You're kind of eavesdropping in on the conversation I'm having with these wonderful people. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having
you.
us.
Thanks for being had. See you next week.